boycotts are gathering steam. Where's the media? Do the rest of you in this business think it's going to stop with me? Really? Once they get me, what happens to you? Is there absolutely no chance whatsoever that you might be a target at some point in the future? What is that poem, First They Came for the Jews and I Stayed Silent?
The so-called liberal left used to be the bastion of free speech. I know I was part of it. In the 60s, on up, even be up before the 60s, when they fought the McCarthy era, the liberal left stood for free speech. Whether it was deplorable or not, that didn't really matter. But as time has gone on, I've seen something happen to the left. Again, on some issues I do lean left as well. I've seen the left more and more critical of certain free speech ideas, labeling things as hate speech or whatever it might, or deplorable speech, and they don't stand up for it very often. It's the same thing that we see on the right side of the political spectrum. Same exact. So what I'm seeing happening, I'm using my fingers here, I'm seeing the extreme left and the extreme right meet at a point, and it's basically anti-free speech. It's a troubling sign for the country and why we need to really protect free speech, whether we agree with it or not. Which leads to Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck right now is the target of a large left-wing movement to have him taken off the air by boycotts, trying to get sponsors to leave his program. Approximately 200 companies and sponsors have left the Glenn Beck program. But all this is aimed, again, by the left to get this man silenced and off the air. And that's where I come to blows with the left. Glenn Beck, if anybody knows that watches TV at all, or occasionally watches Beck or Olber, whatever, that Beck does not shy away from controversy. He'll make the most outrageous statements, such as,
The president, I think, has exposed himself as a guy over and over and over again who has a deep-seated hatred for white people or the white culture. I don't know what it is.
You can't say he doesn't like white people. David Axelrod's white. Rahm Emanuel's his chief of staff are white. I think 70% of the people that we see every day are white. Robert Gibbs is white.
I'm not saying that he doesn't like white people. I'm saying he has a problem. This guy is, I believe, a racist.
The amazing thing about Beck is the movement to silence him has progressed forward. What's happened is his popularity has grown. He's up to 3 million viewers during a non-prime time slot, plus he's laughing all the way to the bank. Last year he raked in over $32 million alone. Although Beck says he's just an entertainer, he's called himself a rodeo clown. He does have serious content. What I really believe, however, and some people claim him of inciting people, whatever, I think that may happen occasionally, but what I really think that Beck represents is venting. I think that people actually vent through Beck. Most of the people out there that watch Glenn Beck believe what he says before he even says it. So Beck basically blows off their steam. Another key thing about Beck is, and why free speech is important, he really gets under the skin of both left and right-wing people.
Our number one story in the countdown, the comfort of today's mythical homespun, aw shucks TV totalitarian lonesome roads, Glenn Beck, is that every day he gives away the essential truth that he is an idiot.
I think in the end we have to really be careful here. I think Beck is right, and he said it on his show, that who's next? If the media doesn't come to defend him, let's say the country shifts really to the right. Is Jon Stewart next? Is Keith Olbermann next? Who's next? So we have to really be careful here. We're all chickens in the same hen house, and we've got to get along. We all have to protect each other's free speech. In this country, we succumb to the gong show mindset. That is, if we don't agree with somebody's viewpoints, we try to squelch it these days. From political correctness to so-called hate speech and all the things that we see happening. I believe the First Amendment gives people like Glenn Beck and Keith Olbermann the right to make asses of themselves if they want to. But that's protected free speech. And we must remember, as Voltaire told us, even though I may hate what you have to say and how you express it, I will go to the death to protect it.
I want a chastity belt on this man. I want his every move watched in Washington. I don't trust this guy. No, I'm just telling you.
It's just a creepy moment.
No, this one could end with a dead intern.
He's trying to come up with
This one could end with a dead intern.
Stop it.
That intern. I'm just saying that far. Just
I'm pretty sure that's not.
Anyway, I shouldn't laugh. Don't get me saying.
Isn't that just a dad trying to be cutesy with a